Waro was looking very good individually and calling a good game. Gizmy, the youngster, come from the academy side, the UK boy that we know, so damn good as well. Really came up in a lot of those big moments for the side. And, you know, for the most part, he was playing like kind of B anchor, B rotate. So he wasn't even getting great positions on the CT side, but still putting up some serious numbers. So let's see if the Monte can continue that heading in towards map number 2. Their pick as well of Anubis. They'll be starting on that CT side. Metizport have decided to start T side. See if that can work out for them.
Yes, indeed, a difficult prediction into a game like this. But yeah, Monte, I don't know, just looked like a completely better side, to be honest. It didn't look like they'd necessarily done loads of anti-stratting or all of a sudden comfortable on vertigo. It was meant to be more of a punish onto them, really.
For sure.
So, yeah, individually flying. But can you rely on Gizmy? Can you rely on Waro in particular? 2 maps in a row. That's kind of what Metizport are going to be banking on here.
So quiet. Eerily quiet. This is a bit of a Metizport classic, though. These pistol rounds, they do like to play slow and go for kind of a mid to late round burst. Grouping up here. Adam B going to be that first contact. Adam B does a really good job starting. A dink onto one and a kill on towards the second. And he makes it one more. Individually cracking open this site. Jackinho finds one of his own. Very simple burst around, and that should be all she wrote.
Yep, definitely looking to be the case. Ryu and Waro, I think they'll just save what they have into the next. Metizport with a lovely set piece there and just no real difficulty for them. They're going to go hunting for these remaining 2 players. Oh, a little bit of an arm spotted there onto Ryu, so surely not long for this world. Down he will go. Waro, meanwhile, dedicating to the save. He's got full Kevlar. Cheaper head armor as well. Oh, yep, caught reloading. May well have gotten away with the save. Not quite sure whether Sus would have come back for him or not. All the same, Metizport eliminate all the players. And now Monte, I mean, I think you got to save here. I would not go in for that force.
I got to agree. Not on the CT side, at the very least. T side, I can see at the time, just because the Tech-9 can get nice and active. They're going to go for it, though. I'm not a huge fan of this. I mean, don't bring a huge amount to the table. An MP9 in one, a scout for Waro. Take some real errors for this to go south. The only way I can justify this sort of buy is actually, in all fairness, what they're sort of doing right now, which is grouping up, where you kind of slightly gamble a site. You at least make it a little bit of a heftier presence. If you fight your way through, you can make it expensive. If you need to lose, you just kind of eco. Ryu, get out of there, buddy. On fire. Yana Krasnov falls. Not a great start.
No, not looking good, sir. Try and keep them together here if they can. It's a weird buy, man. It is a weird buy, and it just does not look set to work, unfortunately. Again, leaning into their individuals, which is a lot to ask. Flashing in towards B. There's actually nobody home for this one, so Monte, I guess, went with the old classic. If they go A, we'll put up a fight. If they go B, I guess we're saving. And I think it is going to be the latter, unfortunately, here.
Yeah. Well, saving with 4 isn't the worst. This is what I'm kind of saying, in the sense that it's not terrible. It's still one of those things where you'd much rather have had a full buy now. It's very easy to say that in hindsight, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of when teams force buy on the CT side, because if they hadn't of, they'd have M4s in towards this next round. I mean, they've saved anyway, but all they've now got to work with, Double D Eagle, Scout, and an MP9. So it kind of prolongs the pain, rather than just sort of, I don't know, I guess ripping the Band-Aid off and getting ready to it. 2-0 from Metizport. No real hiccups in that round at all, to be honest. Very simple, very effective. TTR potentially. Might get a little bit more as well. Ryu on the corner. Oh my god, he just falls away. ZTR, if you commit to that fight, you get to freebie. Ryu was so low.
Yeah, could have been wild. Could have been wild, but We'll see. Monte able to hold on to the weapons. Try and go for a little bit of something into this round as well. But Metizport, of course, looking really clean in the early stages. T-side of Anubis getting off to a strong start. Still not over just yet. And, you know, they've got this half buy to contend with. Then they've got a full buy in the next round. You know, it's constant work for Metizport, it feels like. But we'll see here.
Gonna be waiting for a push of some sort. I think they're going to be giving it. I'm not too sure as well whether Metizport will be expecting any sort of kind of reinvestment around what's saved. I'm sure they probably assume and know that it's not to be the case. Flash in the corner, nobody here. Through mid. Easy fight. Them go drop a smoke though. That'll at least slow them down. Another smoke comes over towards camera too. Metizport, the only option they have to work with is either fight their way through a smoke or just double away, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to fall back.
Yeah, I think more confused rather than anything.
Yeah.
Still a fair amount of time to work with, right? To mount this double back, to mount this B hit. Flashes over the top in towards the site. Slow going. Waro, however, going to try and make it work. Dishes out some damage, but takes some in return. MP9 chiming in. AK now retrieved. A lot of damage being done. The guns with the nades. We got a Deagle coming in as well. 2 remaining against 4. Not looking good. Nilo good for 1, but instantly traded. It's going to be ZTR on the Mac 10. They know exactly where he's at. They're trying to bait him around, try and make him work together. He's going to charge towards A. Don't think he quite has time for this, unfortunately. It's not a bad idea. Oh, he's just got in there now. He's just got in there. That's unbelievable. They backed away. They'd, you know, said, oh, yo, don't give him the fights. We won the round. It's all good. Don't worry. But now he's reset the game back into a 1 versus 3 where they have to come to him. They don't have a kit. They've got 1 flash and the HP leaves us wanting. ZTR just trying to get the timing here. Uses big brain to make all the difference. Picks up the first. Looking for the second. Going to get that too. It's all on to Gizmy. And he's away. He knows the likelihood of a kit is very, very slim. Oh my goodness. 10-second timer pops and he has done it. He'll go down to the Deagle just to rub salt in the wound. They get the kill, but not the hard-fought round. Half a second in it.
So much credit. ZTR, that is so well played. Oh man, that, you know, this is a timeout as well, which is kind of, you know, double-sided in the sense that, A, it's a timeout just to have a conversation because you know the next gun round is going to be a full buy out of Monte. But also, you know, to use the antidote you used, to rub salt on the wound, right? Make them sit on the round they've just lost. 1v3 converted with a last-second plant and a post-plant in a 1v3. I mean, yeah, it's so well played. We're Mac 10 of all things. ZTR, big brain from him. Played that to perfection. He's playing chess, they're playing checkers, and this is one of those things for Monte. That one's got a sting. Looked like you had found something out of nothing. You had the highs of highs. You don't fight as well. And by not fighting, in fact, that gives ZTR the opportunity to post-plant. Orbs out both ways. Jackinho and Waro. Waro had the better of that battle between the two. On Vertigo. The same here towards Anubis. No pressure through mid. Smoking a molly. Seems like they don't really want to fight.
Yeah, not looking that way at this point. Shot from Waro, however. Exactly what Monte needed. A nice opener into the follow-up round where, you know, you weren't meant to win it, but you kind of could have won it. Nilo. Oh, it's not both him, but all the same. Damage has been done. It was actually Nilo who smoked there. Just doing well. Continues to find heads here. The bomb site open. Metizport playing confidently, and it seems to be paying off.
Open and M4 for Demka. It's not out of the realm as a possibility, but it feels like a lot has got to be done with the rifle here. Waro. Feels like he is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Oh my god. Jackinho, this is a pretty common clear. All that timing. Yeah. No chance. If he'd held down the angle, he would have been fine, but it's not to be. Not to be. To make matters worse, well, that was the bomb rotating over. If he could have caught Jackinho, he guessed around, but he just spots the barrel of the rifler on sight. And that's that. Demka. Not sure why he dropped his gun. Oh, AK. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense. I don't think he's going to be given that luxury of picking up the orb. Let's take a fight. Sauce will go down. It's not going to affect the round. Metizport are going to go up to a 4th here. Both sides. Their own map picks have really not looked all too good. At least in the early part. There's still plenty of time at the very least for Monte to bounce back.
It's true. It is very, very true. Terrorists win. Still got the game going and whatnot, but yeah, it's a little difficult, unfortunately. Metizport, I think, will be kicking themselves. In fairness, not to get things as clean in the past few rounds, but looking pretty good. Money, as you can see, though, because of how close some of the rounds have been coming, is not quite there. So, yeah, any damage that can be done by Monte that continues will just keep them super close to getting a reset and therefore closing the gap. You never know. Every round feels possible at the moment for Monte.
Hey. Demka goes in for seconds, and he finds it. Might even stick around for a 3rd as well, but this time going to fall away. That's solo AK doing God's work in the nade as well. Good shit. Damage. He can't quite make it. Another Gizmy on his back of on his own. Put it into a 3 versus 2.
Goodness gracious. Monte continue the strength here on the half by rounds. On these faster rounds where they are looking to just play around individuals. And Metizport, with a lot of time remaining, really don't know where to go. They feel they are compromised, but they don't realize it's by an AWP. ZTR, lackadaisical peek around the corner, cost him his life, and potentially the round going to go with it. And that's the bomb, too. So they know that Jackinho has to come this way if he wishes to win the round.
On V3. It's happened once before. Not going to say it's out of the realms of possibility, but this time, Oro posted. And that being said, Monte going to find their first round. Individual work is good by Demka. Can't rely on that every single time, but at the very least, it'll level things out a little bit. It will mean a buy in place here for Monte, and actually, not too great a one for Metizport, which I guess is a bit of a silver lining. 1 AK, UMP, double max down the Tech 9, the T side. Not out of the realms of possibility, but I'm expecting probably a bit of a quicker play if they want to make this one work.
ZTR waiting with the flash here. Adam B taking some early damage, but it looks like they are just set for the B play. A does even more damage, and they will start to back away after setting up for so long. So we'll see. Nades out towards middle. I think even they are a little undecided on what they want to do right now.
Sosp gonna play behind that Molotov in towards Dark. He's gonna be given the space here, but a triple set up on towards back B. I don't really blame them that they're giving the space because they know it's a tough one to even get some space on site. Gizmy would be first contact, and Ryu just around the corner as well. Time ticking just inside of that 40-second mark. They re-smoke as well on towards main. Flash here in towards Dark, gonna try and keep them at bait. Adam B to find the first, however.
Gizmy hidden away. Gets that kill around the smoke and just... Oh, no, he doesn't make it out, actually. So still man advantage from Metizport. Ryu at the back end of the site, just playing things patiently, gathering a lot of information while he is here. No one coming his way, but he's in quite deep. That means, okay, where can they be? Down towards Dark. Not too many options. Beyond that, Demka nearly coming close to getting no scope. Swing comes in. He does a lot of damage. They need the kills right now. Smoke onto the bomb. Could be pretty big, to be fair. Krasnal works his way round to Dark, gets the double spray down, and now surely one on the bomb, one to cover towards main. It's just a Tech 9 for ZCR. Is it going to be enough? No, it won't. Ryu gives his life around. Monte find 2. Oh, and the kill for good measure in the end.
My oh my. This game's starting to heat up a little bit as well. I thought Demka, when he dropped there as well, that insta-trade would probably have been enough, but no. A 2-4 scoreline. Metizport again. Can't really do all too much financially speaking here. So for them, rough spot they find themselves in where Monte are going to at the very least make this a one-round game. And they're grouping up in the direction of 8. Only one player towards the site there. I go quick. It's only Warrow. He's got an AWP. It's very easy to overwhelm it.
I think when you're on the pistols as well, just pick up that speed, man. And they are indeed going to go for it. Warrow, however, does get the support in now. Shot misses. Should be able to get the bomb down pretty easily here. But the kills swinging in favor of that CT side still. A return on the investment is absolutely what they were after. Maybe take some guns away. Round itself not going to happen, though. They've kept it together. A bit of a missed shot there from Warrow, but no harm, no foul in the end. Third one for Monte, closing that gap, and minimal damage taken.
Easy third. Only one casualty. Not too bad. Thought maybe there would be a little bit of a worry. In terms of maybe overwhelming the AWP, but it wasn't to be. One round in it. Back into a buy for Metizport. We kind of saw this happen a little bit on Vertigo as well, where when Monte get that run of form in place, that they're so effective at keeping it in their favor. It does make you worry that Tad off the right hand side, especially the gap of the smoke as well. He's mollied, forced away. So mid sort of given towards Metizport here.
Very quiet on the upswing from Metizport, though, despite gaining some control. I think they understand the importance of this round. Once the CT side is able to even things up on Anubis, you really do start to panic a little bit, you know? We know that games can be very unpredictable, and they can flip regardless of what side you're on, but a lot of players will have in the back of their mind, it's a T-sided map. We should be making this work. This is where we got to do most of our damage. And it can start to get to you.
IV5. 45 seconds to go. So, attention here from Sus going to be very important. As time starts to tick as well, I'm pretty sure Krasnal's holding his molly. It's a nade, actually, and does tag on towards Sus. That could be information to work with. They are going back towards A, though. Warrow won't spot any of this. As he makes his way through mid, he's going to go check over towards B main. Gonna lie. Here's the user on towards the site, and he doubles back, but Demka really can't do a hell of a lot. Nade'll come through, could do a good shot. Oh, and it does so much damage. Still, nobody yet to go down.
Not yet. Jackinho, though, he will make a difference here. Susp on the backside. Could be deadly. Krasnal finding 2, however, but it's Susp with this flank. He's going to have to move quick, though, before the numbers thin too much. They keep going. Heroes is trying to stay alive now. It's only 1 for Susp, and I don't know that it's quite going to be enough. Krasnal tapping onto the bomb. Susp moving around, panicking a little bit, and they will take him. He wasn't quite fast enough. Couldn't quite get the timing. The 4th round for Monte comes through.
One of those things as well, for Sus on that flank, it's absolutely the right idea. And he's played it to perfection, apart from one thing. It's just a simple thing of walking with his gun out rather than his knife. Obviously, he has to, right? There's so many possibilities of where somebody could be maybe lagging behind a little bit or could be caught in rotation. So he has to always be prepared for the fight. But he was just a tad too slow. And because his teammates went down a little too early, it actually thrust him into a 1v3. He gets the first spot. It means there's just no way. Especially if the bomb wasn't planted for him either. So he has to take a fight immediately. It's a shame. Oh, me and that Monte tie up this game. 4 rounds apiece. Took map number 1 pretty convincingly. The last few rounds, they've looked very convincing too. I think it's safe to say Metizport probably feeling the pressure a little bit.
It is indeed possible, sir. Usually we spoke about them being pretty good under the pressure, but maybe not quite yet. Big nade onto Susp, as they are again after this slow build-up, just hoping to catch a fight or catch a moment. Susp is getting a bit cheeky. Control it dark. What does he do now? It's a decent position to be in. Maybe get bolstered by a teammate, go for a B split. I don't know. Monte, they look kind of prepared for a move like that.
Molly as well. That'll slow him down. Susp taking a hell of a lot of damage. Adam B finds Demka though. Already crossing towards the side, so Krasso has to let them out. Tries to stay alive, which he can't.
Oh my goodness, this is an absolute mess. Jackinho though with the big kill after that bomb has gone down. Ziyu in the thick of it, can't stay alive. And they will immediately get their lead back, and AWP recovered as well. So a pretty good round all around for Metizport.
Yeah.
Plenty of money available for Monte, of course. So curious to see what they're going to be able to do in this answer back. It will very quickly dry up, though, that cash. And Metizport, you want to stay hot on them, you know? You want to deny a lead into that second half. It really is a big deal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. For Metizport, it's good to see them back into a round. A little bit scrappy, but a round is a round all the same. But you need to see this T side start off well. Your opponent's map pick on their preferred side as well. This being a close half might not even be enough, just because of how shaky that CT side looked earlier today. That's the thing that really worries me. Just, you know, earlier, it really wasn't a great map out of them. For the Metizport side. Have a lead. A slim one at just 1 round. Like you said, Monte back into an investment. I want to see Metizport, may I say, get kind of at least 7 rounds on this T side. If they can make 8, that would be brilliant. But 7 feels like a bare minimum, or else I'll be a little bit concerned.
Push coming in from Monte here to try and find that first frag. Ryu leading the charge. Nilo maybe has heard them. Not quite sure. This is all back and forth. Is there a shadow there? I feel like there is a little bit. Yeah, if you really know the map, you would spot that shadow. You might have spotted it second time of asking. I don't really know, to be fair. It is easy to go undetected, but they pull away all the same. A bomb site is well defended here. Again, they're going to look for some information, getting aggressive through the A main smoke. Nobody here, so they start to suspect a B hit. Well-timed smoke there to stop the main players coming in. Bit of a nade down below. Try and get that first frag. Ryu hidden away at the pillar. Oh, man, and they get melted. Not a single kill comes around. I think that's got to be a save.
I think you're right. I don't think you want to give this a go. It's not worth it. Not in a 5v3. Especially considering as well, they don't really have all that much of a buy to work with. And that is going to be the call. You can already see them posturing for it. Gizmy's actually sort of sticking around. Not fully gone for that big save. Oh, Demka, who most definitely is. It's a sport, they're going to find that sick. That's a guarantee of the tie game. At that bare minimum at the turn of the half, which we know how important that can be, just for the confidence. Knowing that, really, all you're looking towards, if you can get that first pistol to start off the half, you're in a really decent spot. Bomb goes off. Yes, that's sick. Monte, they had that decent little period where rounds in concession were coming forward. But one of the true weaknesses that we're starting to see now is this B site. It's being cracked open time and time again. They're not taking enough or any water control in through canals. They're giving it up over towards Metizport. And then through B main as well, they're losing that coverage very quickly due to a couple of smokes. It's so simple by Metizport. And you see why they're consistently calling for it. Bomb again. Little posturing in that direction. This time they might fight, but Warriors at 2 cross. Now he can't stick around. More drop a smoke. Doesn't want to stick around all too much. But yeah, man. Consistently, we've seen them be losing control through B, and it's a real worry. Gizmy and Adam, one apiece. Well, considering Monte's buy, trades like that do not benefit them.
No, very true. They will get the gun out, though, I suppose. So there is that. It is a more direct 4v4 Ryu, though, of course. With nothing armor-wise. Hoping that it's going to be a B hit here on the Monte side of things. Unfortunately, it looks set to be an A-sided move. With that utility coming towards middle, though, they will pull away from B. Just, you know, gamble, boys. Gamble it, I think, is maybe the way to go. Now with the utility coming round, surely you got to just go on your tiptoes straight in with the rotations, but they're not buying it. Warrow with the AWP. Good for one. Lovely frag. Able to make it away. Oh, tagged for another. Jackinho finds one, and Demka was working before that, of course. 2 versus 2 now, looking pretty good for this T side. No armor to come up against, so the aim punch going to make all the difference. Unless they can find Adam quickly, which they do, then they're only up against an AWP, which aim punch doesn't matter against. He's got 2 to find. They're coming in together. Not a lot of time for them to work. He's just trying to hide away. Look for the close range fights. Can't swap across fast enough. And Monte, off the back of the save and the 0 investment, will steal away number 5.
Yeah, really good trade as well. And they play that perfectly. They know that he's got the AWP. They know he's posted on towards Donut, and they know that he cannot hit 2 shots in concession. So they just split on towards him. Very nice little pincer move. Very simple. Monte will get that 5th. Now, the big thing of them, of course, if they can push this towards a tied half, that is, by most metrics, a very good position to be in. Anubis currently still remains the most T-sided map in the pool. Monte know all too well about it. And I don't know if they had much time to look at it, but they would have seen that Anubis from earlier, from Metizport. They would have seen what we all know, which was the weaknesses, quite distinct weaknesses on that CT side. Corner, then go back to the old trusty. If in doubt, go back to B, because it's worked so far.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, right? Looking good on the B side of things. However, Adam will find a frag on the backside. 3 versus 3. What now? Where they approach, it's Warrow on a flank with an AWP, completely unexpected. Jackinho going to try and find him, does so with the Tech 9, but Gizmy has worked his way in. Jackinho doing absolute work, though, to keep the dream alive here. Demka does not have a lot of time to work with. Smokes off main. Go for it. Try and hit the hole. There's no HP. Oh, spams away. Jackinho just in the smoke. Oh, gets him off. There's not going to be enough time. And that's actually so well played by Jackinho. Maybe heard him step. Something like that, but just plays it nice and safe, knowing that he was not on the bomb. Slim lead for Metizport moving into half number 2.
Searching for meaning, I've been thinking about it way too long. So whatever you long for, don't give up along the way. Don't give up along the way, you know, and cherish the moment. Come on up and just let go. Come on up and just let go. more competing. Bound to your inner voice, yeah. Things seem misleading, just until you stop and make your choice. So whatever you long for, don't give up along the way. Don't give up along the way, you know, and cherish the moment. Come on up and just let go. Come on up and just let go. Let it 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 go. It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? It's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, don't you think? If we go down in history.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are moving into half two here. Monte with a pretty decent CT side, but Metizport gaining control back at the end, meaning this pistol could give them a substantial lead. It's all down to the Monte T side. Once a great team on Anubis. Denied the opportunity here. Mr. Jackinho, hero of the last round, doing it once again. Oh my goodness, both players caught reloading there. Warro is coming, finds himself another, but it's that bomb that's been dropped. Demka expected. They're both a little dodgy here. It's Demka to find the head. However, I thought with the lack of armor, he'd get spammed down, but 6 HP is all he needs.
Man alive, close. So close, but so important for Monte. That's going to give them just a little bit of breathing room, just a tad. But they can come in towards the second half. They can tie up the game basically here because they have the buy, whereas Metizport don't. And that will really open things up once again. Over in our other game in the upper final, Aurora took map 1 and map 2, 6-6 at halves. Another even one there as well.
There you go, sir. Oh my goodness. That is
Give him the ace. Give him the ace.
incredibly quick from
Hey!
Gizmy. And the ace there, that last kill somehow was the hardest. Felt like it should have been the easiest, but yeah, took him quite a while to get that one figured out. All the same, quick throw away, and now Metizport back with the bite.
Yeah, and we do have, you know, I guess a bit of a breather, you could say, more heading into it. That's first full bite on a Metizport. Special Warro spotted. Oh, it's a really good take. Ryu and Warro just blindsided there.
Not the best look, sir. Monte, I think we're expecting maybe a little more out from their first rifle buy. More info spotted by Susp as well. So very, very far back on the Monte side of things. Not a lot that they can do in the mid-round here. Yeah, just going to get away from them, unfortunately, you would think. A little bit of an upgrade of rifleage for Krasnal. But do we really want to send it here? It might be a case of just holding what they have.
Bit of util, but bar that, not a huge amount to work with. now. Krasnal spotted. Double stacking through dark as well. Down goes Gizmy. Krasnal's back spot. He will get a kill. Giving that credit to him. But that'll be all she wrote, really. Really nice round on the Metizport. It all comes off the back of those opening 2 kills as well. Waro, Ryu, get caught, and it's kind of the story done in a matter of moments. Metizport in their first 4 buy back into a lead as they look to try and push this towards a map 3.
Yep, certainly might be the case here. I think a little bit of a difficult ride for Monte at the moment, but we'll see. It's a challenge, I think, to understand what Monte are going to do in response here. Of course, the money not really there for them, so there's only so many things that they can do.
Yeah, man. Metizport. He likes slowing things down as much as they can, which in this instance is a benefit. With the AWP, early damage being done on towards ZTR. Spam through the smoke. Again, there's not a huge amount offering up here. Bomb rotating over as well. Looks like they want to finish on towards B. That might be the right call. They've got 2 out through A. One playing in through that camera. It's a bit of a stacked A site. 2 guys on towards B are going to be tested in a second. Once you feel like they probably called this right.
Yeah, it certainly feels like the case. 25 seconds, though, to get it done is not ideal. Oh, my God. 3 kills for Monte. One of them being a team kill, but they all come in the same instance. Jackinho, Adam, ZTR, far away from the action. Don't have a lot of cash available. Need these weapons if they want to buy into the next. So it's not super dicey. It's not really close to the finish of the map. Therefore, they will just save. They have to hand it over.
3 kills, even if it's a teammate. The round's around. That's all that you care. Tying it up as well. Monte. Get a conversation out of this game. Absolutely now. Is it getting a little concerning? The bulk of these rounds thus far have looked good for Monte.
Terrorists win.
It's one of those things that they can reopen up in a kind of rapid way. Yeah, no, it has to be said. I mean, this is a very kind of solid position you find yourselves in where you're forcing a lot of pressure onto the shoulders of Metizport, and you can see why they've gone for a timeout. They're not sitting in a comfortable spot. Eight to 8. Conversation as well to be had. Bring in Abdi into the fray as well too, just to make sure that he can try and steady the ship a little bit. But yeah, where we're at the moment, this has been a positive spot. I think Monte, they know all too well how good this area is. If they can chain maybe 2-3 more rounds together, especially if they can chain 2 more rounds together, they probably get ever so close now to closing out the map in the series and staying alive in the tournament too.
Alrighty, let's see then. Monte obviously back with a bit of a vengeance and back with some confidence, I would say, after winning that last round. Yes, they don't eliminate all of Metizport, but it's going to do wonders for your mental when you're able to bounce back quickly. Sus with a decent nade coming round. Not really able to do too much off the back of this. Slower start, utility conventional by this point. A different beast of a map than what Monte have been used to in the past when they were so powerful based on the individuals rushing in, etc. Also, I have to give credit to Krasnal for spamming his own name all over his AK. Fair play, mate.
Why wouldn't you, right? If you have the the signature, you got to go for it.
Looking to be an A play over here from the Monte side of things, I would say. And indeed, they will move in slowly. Gizmy out through middle is the man to watch, though. All about the timing over here. Molotov is pretty well placed. They have to put a pause on their A play. It's not super well known. To be fair, it was just the one smoke. Now, here we go. Big nades coming round. But there is a great response out from the CT side. If they can make this work on the Monte side, I would be very surprised indeed. Demke loses Gizmy, though, unfortunately. And that will be the round going the way of Metizport.
Last couple of fights has to be said, right? Those earlier ones. Setting the tone so quickly. An 8-9 scoreline as well. There isn't really too much of an opportunity to buy back in if you're Monte here. So unfortunately, you're kind of forced to play with just the AK and the AWP. However, they did convert a round like this earlier. I'm going to count them out entirely, but it's definitely not the easiest on the T side. Waro with the AWP, Demke with the AK. Both got to come up lights out on this sort of round to deny Metizport locking in double digits.
Waro waiting. Whoa, spots the player. Now going to try and move in quite quickly and get this off working. Demke in for one. The trades are quite quick, though. It's only one between the two A defenders. Not really ideal. 4 versus 3. Utility's not really there at the moment. Waro's got a smoke and flash. That's about it. They've got to use it wisely. Crass now. How the hell has he gotten in there? Gone in super, super deep. The rotation was not there to cut him off or stop him. They were flashing through mid by the looks of it, and he capitalized. He found a gap, and he won the round for Monte.
Said they've done it once before in this game. And they do it once again. You never really count Monte out in these sort of rounds, and that's exactly why. That is pretty masterful, it has to be said. Walking away with an extra gun as well, just to have the positives. 2 saved over towards Metizport. An AK and an M4, and that is about it. 9-all. The race to double digits absolutely on. Back in for Metizport, but neither side really flourishing in terms of long-term economy. It's a lot better over towards Monte just because of what they saved last round, but that's been the determining factor. We know the CT side definitely has the harder run of it. Even if Metizport win this round here, but they lose 4 out of 5 or something along those lines, financially, they're going to start to be in a really problematic space.
Yeah, it might just be the case, to be fair. We'll see. Quick move out on towards the B bomb sites. Just not ready for them at all. Getting ahead of the nades. It worked initially, but will it continue to do so? Nilo standing strong on the USP. Done so much. And it keeps coming. Oh my goodness. Just mows them down. Double digits coming round for Metizport. Monte going to be kicking themselves. They still got the cash available now, but we'll see here.
10-9. First, let's crack double digits. At the very least, thankfully, there is a buy for Monte. I mean, even still, this game on a knife's edge. Coming through. They're going to group up here and through mid. And nobody fights them, so they're given so much free room here. 3 towards A. He's a bit of a weird one. ZTR playing for information. And they can wrap in the backline to B. This is actually a really strong position.
Yeah, not bad luck at all. Might be able to make it work from here as well. See the movement coming. But tell how it's going to go down for them at the moment. A bit of an advantage as they've got that deep position in. Okay, but 3 quick kills back round from Metizport. Suddenly we're in a 1v1. You figured in that 5v3 it could have been working for them, but just how far away they were from the action makes it incredibly awkward here. And, well, Susp is going to get it. 4K in for him. 11-9. Attack timeout coming in as well to hammer this one in.
Into 1v1. You can kind of understand Demka there, and he has no real idea about where anything is coming from, so he wants to try and get a bit of information, but he walks straight to danger. All Sus has to do is just hold down the fort, wait for the fight to come to him. And it does. And now with no money to work with for Monte, it probably should mean, oh my god, they're going to go for the force. I was going to say playing for overtime, but they're doing anything but playing for overtime. This is such a big call. Gonna go for the force buy. We've got 2 Mac-10s, 2 Tech 9s, and a P250 at a Warrow. Good amount of utility, but this is a humongous ask.
Oh, the auto shotgun, double kill comes round. The AWP as well. Chiming in. The Mac-10s will be denied. Jackinho still alive. Nothing they can do to deal with him. And that quick flick at the end is just ridiculous. So clean. And Metizport have bounced back massively on this map. CT side of all things. Felt like Monte were going to have not a plain sail, but a rather smooth one to a 2-0. Metizport have denied that opportunity almost. Yeah, still one more round they have left to win in regulation.
Thing is, though, Monte just do not have the funds, the facilities to bring out any sort of a comfortable buy. Double Galil gets a first. Okay. Jackinho. Oh, fluffs his lines. And Demka, finding 2 in a row, he's going to give them an opportunity. Now, maybe we're cooking something up here. Gizmy gets out through mid. Nobody meets him, too. And Warrow's going to answer one with a scout. Of all the rounds of Metizport to lose, for it to be this one is arguably just quite hilarious.
In a way, definitely not over just yet. Bomb, meanwhile, is making its way towards the B site, though. I think that's kind of the big thing here. And Warrow keeps going. Loving the scope here today. Susball alone behind the killer. Might just get the kill. No, he does not. Warrow moving in a bit faster than he was expecting. Double digits. Monte within 2. And the money. Oi, 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 the money for Metizport. What do you do here, man? You kind of have to force. Adam's going to have no cash. ZTR's a bit poor as well. Jackinho, yeah, not far behind. So you're a bit screwed. You can see, I don't know that everybody is completely on board with this. It's rough. It is so rough, man.
It is. It is. I kind of don't blame them for forcing, though. Because you get either a not so nice buy here and a lot of pressure towards the last, and even then, maybe a little bit of a janky one. Especially the likes of Adam B, ZTR. Or you try your best to give it a go here and now.
Try they must. We'll see. Monte have done something similar in the previous round. Definitely not impossible. Quick moving towards dark here. Krasnal with a catch. Sus trying to pick up the pieces. Free fire goes in. There's a trade there. The auto shotgun, though, deadly at that range. Ryu moving in, but he didn't expect another man. ZTR has found his 3rd kill of the round to give the advantage across to Metizport. Oh, no. Monte may well have dropped the ball at what seemed to be a surefire comeback. The A-bomb site, though, vulnerable. Gizmy here, fast. The bomb a little slower. But maybe they can salvage this.
The positive here is that it's a long and safe rotate for Gizmy. As long as he goes now. Get in there, get the bomb down. And if they plant for heaven, it's actually going to give them a lot of room to work with. The big thing they worry about, basically, is the back coming through, and they do. They part for heaven. Now, this gives them a lot of options to work with. They know and they're expecting. Oh. They are wrapping through main. They got the right idea. Gizmy playing up close. Do they clear him? Do they expect him? Seems like they might. We're going to get both off. Gizmy, huge. Make that 3. Beautiful work. The Mac-10 does it all. And Monte just 1 round away from pushing it to OT.
No way for Gizmy, man. That's so insane. Oh my. That is crazy. That is crazy. Wow. Wow. Honestly, I thought Metizport had maybe brought it back. You know, ZTR with a huge moment in dark. Spray down. And that spin around. You know what I mean? Like, Ryu's come out because it's like they've already got 2 kills. Surely this is the last guy on B. Gizmy. Good. Really, really solid stuff. But we'll see. Warro will manage to find an early pickup. Demka coming in. Looks like we got overtime on the cards here now.
Yeah. Off the back of that last round as well, you got to say deservedly as well. So, I'm going to try and finish somewhere safe. B would be probably the better of the 2 options, but I mean, regardless, it's 1 M4, 2 Deagles. Shouldn't be too problematic. Ryu, need to work for that one a little bit. Jackinho, couple of taps, but he will go down as well. And it's just Adam B left. Try and salvage anything. It's a flawless round, in fact. Gizmy, 2 kills to his name. A really good performance from 22 kills in this map. Right, and saying 22 kills in the last map as well. Back-to-back brilliant performances from him as we head in towards overtime. Metizport, they have let this slip, and now they're not quite looking themselves anymore.
Yeah, not good, man. Not good. And I mean, it's very, very difficult. This is obviously something that happened to them yesterday as well. So we worry we have flashbacks. Maybe they're going to have them too. That would be very scary. But we'll see. Overtime resets the game, changes the game. Might just be enough. 4 Metizport to work with. No money to worry about. That was the big thing, you know what I mean? Like, they couldn't put up a decent fight because they had their money ruined after losing 1 round when they still had a couple left to play with. Quite a start into this one. Usually your overtime first round is pretty explosive.
Oh, on that smoke, ZTR. Looking around, nothing really offering for him. Does he eat a chunk of a nade? Oh, Jackinho just catches Krasnal. He actually over-jumps a little bit there, Krasnal. That'll be costing him his life. Here's the opener. Which is really what Metizport needed. The old classic as well is kind of sort of choking out the last few rounds, then coming in towards overtime and winning it straight away. Looks like that might be the case. Jackinho gets a second.
Looking very good for the Metizport hold then. 35 seconds. And limited options. Where go? ZTR round the corner, looking to deny the round here and now. Timing is perfect for him. Just, yeah, quarter of a second later, and he's probably a goner. All the same, looking good. Metizport, it will be a small sigh of relief that they pick up that first round. They prove to themselves that they can do it again.
That's the main thing. Finding that form that can just reinstill a little bit of confidence to say, okay, if we actually can take this, we're so close to closing it out in regulation. We weren't able to do so, but we can still do it in OT. See if they can, right? Off the back of it. Back into that investment, of course, for Monte. Needs to be considerably better. Too many easy jewels given to the AWPer there, in all fairness. A lot of credit to Jackinho. That's opening 2. Basically set the tone for the round. 1 in through water, 2nd on towards the side above the smoke. He's given those sort of luxury peaks. I'll take them every day of the week.
Early utility out from Metizport here to just keep Monte at bay. It is mid that's open here. It is mid that's an option for Monte. As that smoke goes down, they're going to look to get aggressive there. Meanwhile, Adam B on the aggressive angle. I don't know if I like this, really. Two of them out towards A main as well. Later on into the round, they were waiting for that push to come in. Adam can't trade. Jackinho gets ruined. Ollie is well placed. Only 40 seconds here, to be fair, for Monte.
I have a hell of a lot of time. Looks like I want to commit towards A regardless. Ollie over towards the rotating in. Actually, force fights coming through. Made through camera, they would have been caught. Gizmy's got a good flying. ZTR, I should know he's in trouble here from both sides. Gizmy gets caught. Tag, but not dropped. Second half asking, we'll find him, but a big trade will come through. 1v3, make that 1v2. Waro gets a plant and thrusts himself in towards what's going to be a tough clutch.
Turns away from the flash. So important for Monte to get this. He's moving in aggressively. Spots out a shoulder, but he has been seen himself. Where is this second player, he asks. And, well, he would answer his own question. Picking up Susp.
He knows.
They thought maybe, yeah, they would be distracted away. Misses the shot there. But time on his side now. Here's the footsteps. Tap onto the bomb. Oro going to go wide in. Does lose his head and will lose the round. Oh, man. It was almost so perfectly played with the read, but he just did not have the angle there. It's always a fake, my brother.
Yeah. It is. It is always a fake. It's one of those things, though, you just look so dumb. If they ever do stick it, which they never do, but if they ever do, you just look, you know, so dumb. If I just gave that little jiggle peek, I probably might stay alive, maybe, but no, not at this level. Well played, good clutch on Nilo. Again, bit of a quiet game from him, but doesn't matter if you win all the same, right? 14-12, and Sport 2 for 2 on their CT side. That's the thing that really eluded them earlier today. Waro trying to change things in his own hands. Great start. Nade'll come through as well, but it's a little deep. Doesn't quite catch up close ZTR, but Sus will get them cut.
All over the place once again here, fella. Big nade. Waro somehow not going down there. Meanwhile, there's a fight pushing through as ZTR finds a double. Nilo to get the last one, and Metizport with a flawless CT half there. Needed that reset, needed that money back on their side. And now, no breathing room for Monte at all. What a heartbreak it would be to lose this in overtime. So much effort to get it here. And yet, they will keep going.
Yeah, you know, got us all the way up to this position. It felt like we were starting to see, you know, Monte come alive just by them pushing towards the OT. And then, before you know it, Sport just one round away now, and honestly deservedly so. This has been a much better showing. Monte haven't quite looked like the Monte of Vertigo here on map 2. Smoke down and give them some room to work with. You mid as well. Get a U-turn, but again, taking a lot of control here. Monte there. Sort of happy to give Metizport the ability to kind of just free roam around the sites.
Decent nade here for Brass now. He's going to get flashed. Surely goes down. Surely goes down. Oh my god, how is he still alive? Just battling. Just bails on the idea. That's crazy that he lives there. Absolutely wild. Gizmy going to be the first one to open up. He will be immediately traded deeper in towards the lower canal area, I believe. Might just be mid itself. A little bit hard to read. I think it is just mid itself. Either way, Waro is pushing through here. Looking for a bit more. Drops that bomb. Oh, not ready for another man. Holy hell, these rounds are getting scrappy. These teams just want off this map, you know?
Yeah.
I think whether it's a win or a loss, they just want this one to be done with.
Adam can't cross. Oh, but he can, because Nilo's in behind. Krasnov in a rock and a hard place. And that will be all she wrote. 16-12 and a flawless overtime coming out of Metizport. They couldn't do it in regulation the last 4, but They managed to make it 4-for-4 in OT. So that's all that matters. We push ourselves towards a third map. We did say that this series had 3 maps written all over it, but we didn't expect it to be them taking their opponent's map.